On this edition of Beyond the Bubble, we'll take a look at how Barry's chapter of Colleges Against Cancer is raising money for Relay for Life.
The U.S. Special Operation Troops rescued ISIS hostages. We have more on that story.
Tragedy struck at a school in Trollhättan, Sweden, with the first school killing in 20 years.
Find out all this and more on this edition of Beyond the Bubble.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Beyond the Bubble. I'm Allie Pritchett.
And I'm Eric Jackson.
Let's get started with the latest news. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Barry's chapter of Colleges Against Cancer raised money for Relay for Life. We have more on the story.
October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Barry's chapter of Colleges Against Cancer is doing their part. Colleges Against Cancer is a club that promotes research for cancer and hosts many events to raise awareness. For October, Barry's club is hosting a pink out at Valhalla Stadium on Saturday. They are selling pink t-shirts, bracelets, keychains, and bandanas. The proceeds from the cancer awareness products are going to Relay for Life. Sophomore Andrea Zorse explains why being a member of the club is important to her.
Cancer is something that takes many people's lives. I've had more than 3 people in my family alone affected by cancer, and it's nothing that you can prevent.
Breast cancer has affected the lives of many students at Barry. Senior Mackenzie Ross shares how breast cancer has affected her family.
And so it became a very prominent thing in my household when I was growing up, that this had happened to my biological grandmother. It was something my mom had dealt with. So I always did self-breast examinations. I just learned how to do them and then just did them from the time I think I was 16.
She also shares how she has been directly affected by breast cancer.
When I was 19, I found a lump on my breast. I was at Barry, actually. And so I called my mom up and I said, "Mom, I found a lump." And she said, "We're not going to play around with it. We're not going to mess with it like I did." So we went in immediately. And I had my mammogram, and they do a breast sonogram as soon as you find a lump. And mine ended up being benign, and so it wasn't something super urgent, and we didn't have to have it removed right away.
According to nationalbreastcancer.org, women should have an annual physical that includes a breast exam and a pelvis exam. It is also important to do self-breast examinations that look for any unusual lumps or changes. With Viking Fusion News, I'm Allie Pritchett.
When I was doing this story, it was really interesting how many people at Barry have dealt with and how many people's families that have dealt with breast cancer.
Yeah, it seems year after year, breast cancer is becoming more and more of an issue.
And now it's like here at Barry really prominently.
On Tuesday, the American Cancer Society revised a set of guidelines for breast cancer prevention and treatments. They now recommend that women start having scans when they are 45 years old. Women between the ages of 55 and 74 are encouraged to have scans every other year. To read more information about these updated guidelines, visit cancer.gov.
After months of speculation, Vice President Joe Biden announced on Wednesday that he will not be running for president. Biden stated that his decision to run was in part due to his son's Beau's death in May of 2015. During this announcement, Biden said, quote, "While I will not be a candidate, I will not be silent. I intend to speak out clearly and forcefully to influence as much as I can where we stand as a party and where we need to go as a nation," end quote. Biden has served in the Senate for nearly 40 years and 2 terms as vice president. For more on this story, visit CNN.com.
The U.S. Pentagon issued a statement on Thursday that an American soldier was killed during a U.S. military operation to rescue ISIS hostages who were scheduled to be soon executed. The U.S. Special Operations Troops, along with Kurdish and Iraqi troops, airlifted approximately 70 hostages. One of the members of the U.S. Special Operations Troops was killed during the rescue mission. According to CNN, this is, quote, "the first American combat death in Iraq since 2011. White House spokesman Eric Schultz stated that the Pentagon authorized this rescue mission. General Lloyd J. Austin III, commander of the U.S. Central Command, said, quote, "We commend and congratulate the brave individuals who participated in this successful operation that saved many lives, and we deeply mourn the loss of one of our own who died while supporting his Iraqi comrades engaged in a tough fight," end quote. For more information on this developing story, visit CNN.com.
A shooting rampage occurred on Sunday in southern Israel, leaving 1 dead and 10 wounded. 21-year-old Mohamed Al-Okabai shot and killed Israeli soldier Sergeant Omri Levi before opening fire in the crowd at a bus station. Al-Okabai was shot and killed by Israeli police. He was an Arab Bedouin citizen of Israel. This shooting is another in a long line of shootings, protests, and riots occurring in Israel. For more on the tensions in Israel, check out CNN.com.
On Thursday, a student and a teacher at a school in Trollhättan, Sweden, were stabbed and killed by a masked man carrying a sword. Another student and teacher were injured and are in serious condition. The 21-year-old attacker was shot and killed by police. His name has not been yet released. According to an unidentified witness, the suspect was wearing a mask and a black trench coat and was holding a knife. He posed with two students for a picture prior to the killings. When told to leave by a teacher, the suspect stabbed the teacher with the knife he was holding. This is the first school attack in 20 years in Sweden. For more information, visit bbc.com.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight on Beyond the Bubble. For more news on Barrie, the Rome community, and beyond, be sure to stay right here. With Viking Fusion News, I'm Allie Pritchett.
And I'm Eric Jackson.
See you next time.